She is completely and totally submitted to the process of recovery.
Pop star Demi Lovato rushed to the hospital recovering from an apparent overdose.
And I started to choke a little bit, and my heart started racing.
I thought the past 2 years was recovery when it actually was just completely falling into it, living this kind of lie and trying to tell the world I was happy with myself when I really wasn't.
Did you get to talk to her after the incident?
No, I haven't talked to her. Hey, let's be nice to her, though.
Justin Bieber, who's kind of on a downward spiral.
I actually won't speak about that at all.
I've abused my body in the past.
Justin Bieber broke down in tears at the end of his song, which was definitely fake, right? I mean, there's no way that those were real tears.
Maybe not, because if you were Justin Bieber for that many years...
They were told to hide all of the sugar. There was no sugar anywhere near.
Yeah, they would take the phone out of the hotel room so I couldn't call room service. It becomes dangerous to try to control someone's food when they're in recovery. I lived a life for the past 6 years that I felt like wasn't my own. All of a sudden, I was on tour writing songs for my album with the Jonas Brothers, and then I was on a tour of my own. I was so conflicted. A part of me hated him, a part of me loved him, a part of me felt sorry for him. Somebody's older sister had said that I looked heavy and that I should start throwing up. They had a suicide petition and they passed it around the school and got people to sign it. And that's when my eating disorder developed. I started feeling pressure to look a certain way.
When I was growing up, all I had were really, really, really thin starlets.
He was like, "You're gonna know me someday." And I was like, "Okay." And then he became Justin Bieber. It wasn't a matter of if they were going to leave, it was, we are leaving. There's no more that we can do for you.
You look great. Do you feel great? I mean, has it changed your life?
And I took on the approach of a one-size-fits-all solution, which is sobriety. And it worked for a long time. Over the years, it progressively got worse and worse.
All right, the first case this afternoon is Justin Bieber.
I was like dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse.
I thought the past 2 years was recovery from an eating disorder when it actually was just completely falling into it.
They were told to hide all of the sugar and put everything away so that when you got to your dressing room, there was no sugar anywhere near.
Yeah, if I was in my hotel room at night, they would take the phone out of the hotel room so I couldn't call room service. Or if there was fruit in my room, they took it out because that's extra sugar. And for many years, I didn't even have a birthday cake. It becomes dangerous to try to control someone's food when they're in recovery from an eating disorder. It led me to being really, really unhappy. I reached out to the people that were on my team and they responded with like, "You're being very selfish. This would ruin things for not just you, but for us as well." And when I heard that, my core issues are abandonment from my birth father as a child. So when they left, they totally played on that fear and I felt completely abandoned, so I drank.
Demi Lovato was rushed to the hospital today after suffering an overdose.
I don't think it's so much about body positivity as much as you need to focus on body acceptance. So what I say to myself is, nope, you're healthy and I accept you.
When I struggled last year, I know I looked at you as an inspiration because you've been through this and you've come out of the other side, and I really just admire the man that you are today.
I think for a while I tried to run away. Sometimes we got to run towards the pain rather than run away from it. Being able to instill that confidence in young people that it's okay to have problems, you know, you don't have to hide that. I just feel like if we're open and honest about that, it creates a dialogue.
No, I'm not gonna worry about trying to look a certain way or fit a certain mold or whatever. Like, that's just not who I am. I'm not willing to, like, destroy my mental health to look a certain way anymore. That led me only one way, and I don't want to go down that path again.
This year, when I turned 27, you know, I have a new team, and my manager gave me the best birthday cake. And I just remember, like, crying because I was finally eating cake with a manager that loved me for who I am and supported my journey. Ultimately, like, I made the decisions that got me to where I am today, and I think it's important that I sit here on this stage and tell, if you do go through this, you yourself can get through it. You can get to the other side, and it may be bumpy, but you are a 10 out of 10. Like, don't forget it. And as long as you take the responsibility, you can move past it and learn to love yourself the way that you deserve to be loved.